bottom of the ocean. I'm at the bottom of the sea. I'm gonna stay down, down. I'm just stuck here in a dream. I'm at the bottom of the ocean. I'm at the bottom of the sea. I'm gonna stay down, down. I'm just stuck here in a dream. I'm at the bottom of the sea. I'm gonna stay down, down. I'm just stuck here in a dream.
What is this Facebook Live? I've never heard of this shit.
Freedom is the right of all sentient beings.
This is a public service announcement from C.T. Fletcher. I will not contribute to the pussification of a nation. Get your punk ass out there and work for it, motherfucker.
Let's roll.
You're listening to Sergeant's Time on WTF Nation Radio. WTF Nation Radio. WTF Nation Radio.
Hi, Lieutenant. How are you doing? Aw, did you find your land nav point, Lieutenant? Good job, Lieutenant. You get a
Expert Action Badge.
Put on your uniform right.
Expert Action Badge.
Show up to work on time.
Expert Action Badge.
Qualify on your weapon.
Expert Action Badge. Badge of Action.
Find your guidon.
Expert Action Badge.
That's right. Just doing your normal warrior tasks and drills, you get a
Expert Action Badge.
Each item sold separately. Batteries not included. Objects in mirror are closer than they appear. If conditions persist, contact a physician. Individual results may vary. Keep out of the reach of children. Avoid prolonged exposure to direct sunlight. Keep in a cool, dark place. And
please enjoy the show. Shots.
Shit in a bag, Pogue. Badge of Action.
The voice of U.S. Army. WTF Moments. This is WTF Nation Radio.
Action Badge.
Morning, Sergeant Major.
How do you know what kind of goddamn day it is?
Beautiful morning, Sergeant Major.
Are you a fucking weatherman now?
Oh, man. Break it off some. Broadcasting live. Whoop, whoop. See, I got the coach.
What do you hear? What do you say? Rest in peace, Tony Sirico. You guys know him as Paulie Walnuts from The Sopranos, greatest TV show ever. But Ice, what do you hear? What do you say, my friend?
What's going on? Sorry for the slight delay. Joe's got to eat first, man. So I had to make sure Baby Ice was secured in his nutritional supplements and had grub before I went off and did my thing. But anyways, so this very interesting Thursday. I know we promised some updates, and we also promised some. How do I say this? Some some standard. We're just gonna talk shit like we always do, holding those accountable who don't want to be held accountable. I love seeing all the I hate WTF Nation. I hate WTF Nation. I'm gonna tell you what, guys. Get yourself a Twitter account and just get on there. And just watch the dumpster fire. Just watch everything. I was actually pretty animate about getting one. I'm just like, fuck Twitter. I don't want to get fucking Twitter. Who cares? We'll stop.
But yeah, Twitter is the cesspool, but you put me on to Mill Twitter, and Mill Twitter is a whole new cesspool of cesspools that I've ever seen.
I did not realize that Twitter, for those in uniform, was the biggest shield to talk shit. It's like if I didn't have anything, if I was walking down the street, I was walking on the sidewalk, and I was in uniform and a buck sergeant or a private, I just like imagine that private just going off on you, just like you go off on just about surprise shit, like holding stuff back, talking about how leaders don't do shit, but they don't tell the leaders. They don't tell leaders shit, right? So they wait and they leave it to social media to talk crap. Or favorites from the community on that community will use their clout to fucking to say whatever, and then as soon as you throw that hey UCMJ stuff, they're like no it's my First Amendment right. But when somebody in the military says something that is not like not part of that clique or not part of the liked crew in that side, they will send messages to chains of command. They will say, it's just like a vicious fucking, it's like you literally have to be careful. They're in so many fucking they have so many fucking group chat sets up. I'm not saying that I'll just say this. The group chats get to me. I see what they say. And I laugh my fucking ass off on how life to these individuals is specifically on the Bird app. What people don't realize is that this is my gig. I'm supposed to do this. Like I said before, you ever see The Matrix with the guy sitting there on the desk with all those green screens in front of him? That's how I do my work. This is my work. Social media is my thing. If you guys don't know what my background is, then you're pretty fucked up to think, does this guy have a life? This is my life. You know what I mean? This is
We can't attest to that. ICE has absolutely zero life outside of this station. Nothing whatsoever. All he's got is a collection of Ranger panties in this station.
That's right. That's all I got. T-shirt off my back and some Ranger panties, and there you go. So I just keep exactly that, Musa. I just keep laughing at him, man. I was like, you guys are like, and exactly that, Pip, vindictive like schoolgirls. These are company commanders, battalion commanders, CSMs, sergeants first class, staff sergeants, and they all get into this little clique. They all get into that world of this just shit talking. Like I said, 2019. I would say, hey, you should get a Twitter account because you're at the time of the planning of me about to be public that following year. It was going to be one of those things. Well, I'll just dip in and dip my toe in and see what's up. I felt like the woke Capone family, poke. I love it. We're going to use that one. So the woke Capone family. See, this is how I was introduced to the woke Capone family. And and now people have taken, like I said before about how people have taken the word Nazi, racist, and all that, and have totally blown it the fuck up. The woke Capone. Now woking is saying woke stuff is whining, is what it is really. It's not soldiering. It's not doing. It's literally just fucking whining. We're not talking about initiatives that actually help the soldier. We're just talking about general fucking whining. Now this type of whining is not the typical. Well, if soldiers aren't complaining, then they're not happy. You know that comment. No, this is just straight malicious fucking. Crying about fucking everything. So I dipped my toe in Twitter. I'm like, oh, okay, I'll check it out. Kind of kept a little quiet. Didn't really tell anybody who I was, and I just swam in the big sea, right, of the Twitters. And I was the guy. I always have sincere. Maybe it's because of my previous occupation that you build rapport and you just go in and you talk to the indige, right? You talk to the indigenous person, the indigenous peoples of the area that you're operating in. So that's what I was doing. I walked in, I had my pack of smokes. Hey, how y'all doing? Fuck this shit and blah, 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 blah. Exactly that, Heather. All that Facebook complaining has moved to Twitter. So I was like, hey guys, how you doing? Hey, what's going on? Oh, what's up? Whatever. Didn't really say who I was. I just let that. But as soon as they saw the WTF Grand Admiral of Propaganda, they saw my moniker, they saw my screen, they saw what, I had WTF indicia and emblems all over the place. I immediately just got attacked. Like, I got fucking attacked. Now there's gonna be a moral to the story in a minute. Because I'm gonna post it in a minute. I got fucking attacked. I literally had individuals coming at me for what U.S. Army WTF Moments has done for whatever. Mind you, the fact that people we've helped out and all this shit. So
nope, just all the bad stuff that they want you to see. That's all that they care about.
And it's not really the stuff that we posted. It's just the comments that were generated from the people that were inside, that were in their stuff. But then again, it's like, hey, look, I'm kind of looking. It's like, yeah, we got some comments in there pretty fucked up. How could you have that on your page? Well, fuckers, freedom of speech, right? So it's all those shitpost comments that people talked about the WTF Nation that were on there. Those individuals actually are the leaders that complain about it, that do it to the Army on Twitter. And I just the hypocrisy in it, it's just unfucking real. To the point where somebody said, and I keep going back to this, somebody said that somebody got a fucking death threat because of something that was posted up and yada, yada, yada. Yeah, that's right, Pip. The WTF Nation hates vets. And we were told that, there was a death threat. We're like, oh, well, fuck you. Who was it? Who made the death threat? Fucking post receipts, son. Post it. We'll see who was the one that made death threats to your buddies, whatever. Well, fucking, let's get to the bottom of it. No, fine. Because as soon as you want to fucking help these fuckers, they don't want to fucking help. At that point, then their outrage machine is done. That means you've taken the wind out of their sails. To the point to where their outrage has taken wind out of so many people's sails, nobody gives a fuck about anything that anybody says in the military on fucking Twitter. They attack the fucking media. They attack for the wrong fucking reasons. And then when the media goes back and claps back at them, like I said about the PAO stuff, clap, wah, 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 fuckity wah. Well, we have receipts. We have receipts that we posted on the main page that got everybody all fucking just riled the fuck up. So,
yeah,
I'm gonna go ahead.
I have noticed this. This is just over the years of being on social media. I mean, Facebook, at least 15 years on there, Twitter, 10 or so. There are clicks that go into every single one of these platforms.
Oh, yeah.
You've got the Twitter ones who will hide behind some type of anonymity and brevity, but they also try to clout chase is the best way I could say it because of the platform that's being used.
Yeah. Yep.
But you've got like these other ones, like there's like these other type of not so much complainers but problem solvers that you have on Reddit. You got another group that's a little bit more of the let's take action, let's do good on Facebook.
Yeah.
But I've never seen such a dominant negative type of of click is the best way to say it. It's not so much it's a freaking click. clique, and it's a toxic clique of individuals with that same type of mind space. We would have called these guys toxic leaders in my time.
Yeah.
But now they've got free reign to say whatever the hell they want, and they want to go ahead and do that just to benefit them, not benefit those that think like them, not to benefit everybody.
Point taken, Coach. You got to lower your filter on your mic, lower your mic volume, or step back, because you're like, fuck you, I won't do what you tell me. Fuck those guys too, but I'm just like, you're like in the mic. You're like, whoa. Like,
I'm sorry. I'm like, it's a new mic tonight, but you know what? I also want to say this too, because I got my first sergeant in right now, and my old first sergeant that was out there, we had a situation in which social media was used because of something that happened on the main page, might I add, and we had to take care of an issue with that, dealing with social media. This stuff that they got away with is nothing compared to what these people are getting away with, and they were punished for it. That's all I've got to say about that, and I said my piece.
Well, my thing about that, Coach, is what we're looking at is, again, the individuals that were complaining about the toxic comments on U.S. Army WTF Moments are the same worthless pieces of shit that are posting toxic comments themselves on Twitter. You want to know why the military is having a recruiting problem? Do you want to know why the military is having fucking issues with retention? It's because those toxic leaders right there, they see when they go on the political side. They see, you know what? You might have had a Republican or Democrat or a libertarian person amongst your ranks, and they see you shit posting on fucking Twitter about how you talk about them. Or they see how veterans are taught. I'm going to get a little personal story before we get to the end around of this. My dad said, you got to be careful when you get back from my first deployment, OIF. It was my first, the war, the war, right? My dad's a Vietnam vet. He came back and said, when I got back and smoking some cigarettes, chilling and all that stuff, and he was telling about how it was. I try to keep in contact with my family as much as I could during Operation Enduring Freedom. Operation Iraqi Freedom. And I didn't expect him to say this, but he said, look, you're going to come back and you're going to face a different type of fight. He's like, when I came back from Vietnam, it was the media and all this other stuff that were shit talking about Vietnam veterans and had the reputation of, or presented the reputation of how Vietnam vets are supposed to be, psycho baby killers and all that. But then he said, because of Desert Storm, it was going to be something different due to the fact that you are going to have a little bit better with the reception of the country because we're on this red wave, right? Of big freaking oorah America, right? But he said this one thing that nobody fucking talks about, and I'm going to tell you right now, was the pushback and the disrespect of war veterans within the Army. These are the haves and have-nots. These are the individuals that sat out on their fucking missions and deployments, and you have a soldier that's probably got more medals and combat experience coming back and saying, this is some bullshit. I don't think this is a good idea, Sergeant. And the next thing fucking you know, you have that animosity. Well, guess what? Mil Twitter shit talks GWAT vets. Mil Twitter shit talks somebody who's spent 4 or 5 multiple rotations in Afghanistan or Iraq or has been combat wounded or has been under fire. Mil Twitter talks shit about you, buds. I'm gonna tell you, and gals. There's more individuals that hide out and like to talk about doctrine and talk about policy and all this other shit that haven't stepped a foot in the fucking sand of either of those fucking regions. And of course, there's also other individuals that are out there that have done the silent missions. I'm talking about the special operations side of the house. They get dissed too by the same fucking individuals. Rest in peace, my father's, passed away, but I'm going to say this. Dad, you're right. Holy shit, I did not realize that the most disrespect that I've ever seen combat veterans ever get was within the military. So I'm going to tell you right now, USAREC, I'm going to tell you right now, Army leaders, if you really want to stop this bullshit, those fucking soldiers that are getting a required check-in for going on SFL TAP, they're taking, Recruiter Time said it best, they're taking that information, they're taking that knowledge, and they're taking that experience to their home and saying, fuck the Army. Because this is the way they treated me, a 5-time combat veteran from Afghanistan, and I just wanted to get out. All I wanted to do was get out. And I have some punk-ass bitch who's been sitting in fucking a fob or maybe deployed, quote-unquote, deployed somewhere and said, now, because, whatever, fuck it. They'll let him eat Cake Brigade. It's straight bullshit, dude. And so nobody talk. That's the elephant in the fucking room that nobody talks about. Now, don't get me wrong. Amongst vets, we break balls. We talk shit about the grunt style guys, the 9-line guys, and guys renting in our trucks. Come on, that's the thing we kind of got, right? The maliciousness that's happened, though, is so fucking bad that it is literally your fucking senior influencers that are on Mill Twitter, that are on Twitter or any other social media, shit talking those same fucking vets. But then again, as soon as the tables are turned and there's a clap back, those same individuals now all of a sudden want to talk about behavior health. I thought you guys were talking about, 22 a day and also this shit. Whoa. So now all of a sudden you want to throw the suicide fucking card when your ass gets fucking called out because you were getting punked out by some fucking sergeant first class who's got multiple combat deployments, and you have some major or lieutenant colonel denying fucking SFL tap, or some CSM that demands soldiers go on fucking leave or go on fucking formation when they're supposed to be taking care of their fucking families. I don't give a fuck. So again, Dad, you were right. It was something that it was something that I looked out for, and it's unfortunate that I saw it it wasn't until I got out and I'm retired myself that I saw this happen, this division within the military of the haves and have-nots. Go on Twitter and say, yeah, well, my experience is blah, 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 blah. And you will have individuals who've rarely deployed. You have individuals that dodged the fucking deployments. And I'm not saying this against the guys who deploy. I know there's guys right now or that are in the military that wanted to fucking go so fucking bad, but their chains of command would not let them go in PCS because they needed them for that GRTC rotation. And it's fucking pathetic. If your soldier wants to deploy to go to the game, you are not in the fucking army to sit on your ass on the sidelines. That's just it. You're not in the army. You're not in the army to have a fucking a Ukraine flag in your fucking profile and then shit talk, but never fucking deployed. Hey, look, you could have a Ukraine flag. You could support the war against Ivan. Fucking A, man. But immediately when a fucking combat veteran comes up to you, then what do they fucking say? What do they fucking say? They fucking immediately attack you. That's why you know what? And there's some of the most racist motherfuckers on the planet too. There's some of the most biggest bullshit fucking hypocritical motherfuckers when it comes to, well, so-and-so said this and so-and-so's doing this and so-and-so's doing that. Well, we got proof. We got proof that some motherfucker decided to go off on an NCO as a captain. By the way, I was being fucking so, I was like, let's post everything. I'm the kind of person that wants to, I'm the agent of chaos. Let's go, let's blow it all up. Fuck it.
Are you Professor Chaos there, Butters?
Professor Bringer of Destruction and Doom. You evil ninjas are no match for me. No, dude, it just pisses me the fuck off. It has eroded. Now, in seeing this, your soldiers see you act like a shithead on social media. So then what happens is you have disrespectful little punks on social media shit talking about that. We're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about you too, Sergeant, out in 4th ID. So the first one's going to be this Captain Butthurt. We should just call him Captain Butthurt. Captain Butthurt, let me go ahead and just throw it on the screen right now. Captain Butthurt decided to email a staff sergeant and said, hope this email suits you well. If you ever contact my girlfriend for anything, I will ensure your career runs short of what you expect. I mean, given a staff sergeant of your age, you should be far more advanced than you are in your career, but you aren't. So it's okay. I can help or hurt you moving forward. Your choice. Signed, Captain Butthurt, Signal Corps. You cannot fucking believe how much I wanted to drag this motherfucker out of the planet, dude. This is the shit that catches hands. Now, Mill Twitter has their scandals as well. Creepy ass fucking lieutenant colonel shooting the shit and fucking sliding in DMs of married women or young officers. I'll fucking say it. Fuck it. So payback's a bitch. Payback's a motherfucking bitch. So Captain Butthurt, you need to police your fucking peers. You need to police your fucking leaders right now. Because this shit's out of fucking control. I swear to fucking God, if I got an email, and you know what? There was a meme that I posted. I got everybody fucking like, whoa, hey, why'd you post that meme? Stop talking to my girlfriend. Okay, then why is she replying?
Maybe this captain's got his head so far stuck up his ass he's eating with his own frickin' colon right now. There is zero frickin' chance that I'm in the same boat right here, Ice. All this information, I'd just drop it right there to the damn right to the IG. I would go straight to them. I would go to the command teams. You know what? Screw that. Put that on Twitter. They want something to pull out and say that. Let's put some bullshit like this out there and show them what is really happening out there.
Oh no, it's going to happen. Whatever happened with captains keeping first sergeants in check? I guarantee it. If one of my NCOs said, "Hey, first sergeant, somebody sent me this," I'm like, "Oh, somebody sent you that, huh? Okay, let's go have a fucking talk." You know, there were so many courses of actions that the leaders of WTF Moments would not let me do that I wanted to do. Heather's got a good point. This is his girlfriend, not his wife, right? Bro, I wanted to put rating schemes out. I wanted to put Captain Butthurt. I wanted to put Captain Butthurt on blast, but I wanted to put Captain Butthurt on blast with his rating scheme. Because we have access to rating schemes as well. I wanted Captain Butthurt's rating scheme to get posted. Who was Captain rating scheme? Who was Captain Butthurt's raider? Who was Captain Butthurt's senior raider? And who was Captain Butthurt's fucking commander? Aaron fucking T. Hope this email finds you well. Well, guess what, Captain Butthurt? We hope we find you well.
Contact the girlfriend for anything. We don't know whether this is a personal thing, a professional thing.
Right.
We don't know whether or not that this is, maybe this captain is a cuckold or something like that, and this staff sergeant's a bull. We don't know. We don't know. What's that?
What if staff sergeant is a fucking Chad and she's looking? There's so many.
Exactly.
There's so many fucking stories. There's so many. There's always. I always said there's always two sides to the story. We don't know what her side is. Now look, if she said, "Hey, this fucking staff sergeant's creeping the fuck out," and he just contacted me out of the blue, I can see some respect there. I can see that.
Yeah, that's a good point.
I can see that. I can see something like that. But if it's like immediate, now look, I get the man-to-man shit. That could have been on like a fucking a text or a phone call. Hey, bro. Hey, I appreciate you not talking to my old lady, okay? Because we got blah, 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 blah. And he'd been like, oh, okay, cool. All right, cool. But to immediately go on email and say, I hope this finds you well. I will ensure your career runs short of what you expect. I can help or hurt you moving forward. Your choice. Motherfucker, man. Captain Butthurt's trying to deal with... Look, if you're trying to take food from my table, if you're trying to take food from my career, I will fuck you up. That's just the way it is. You're going to cash these fucking hands. Craigslist has an ad. I got a friend who posted one on Facebook, and I was buzzing her about that. I catch some fucking hands. Catch some fucking hands. Smoke pit, fuck that. That's a straight beatdown. You don't come after somebody's fucking livelihood like that. You got a personal beef.
Jackets are off, and this is wall to wall between you and me.
Yeah.
Damn straight on that.
Fuck yeah, dude.
All right, let's just kind of dissecting this too. This is a captain, and he's a signal captain. So we might even assume at the fact that this guy's like, an S6 or something like that. Maybe this captain is making up too much time that, he's taking up too much so that his OER rating is going good. And this, this woman's now lonely.
Oh,
I mean, maybe the captain's the one who's asking.
Maybe Captain Butthurt being the S6 probably found out. Maybe Captain Butthurt fucking stalks his girlfriend and then found out she got the email. Maybe Captain Butthurt, that's exactly that. Recruiter Times. That's not me. That's meet me behind the That's not me behind the complex. That's me meeting you after command and staff and punching you in the fucking face in front of the battalion commander and CSM. That's what that is. I at this point, like I said, you threaten my fucking livelihood, you threaten my fucking career, it's straight fucking hands. A lot of people kind of know that I got a reputation for fighting too, anyway. So I have friends that talk about the fights that I used to have and fisticuffs and altercations that I've had, and I can't confirm to deny that these events ever happened. I will say that there's
I'll confirm my last one. It was in 2007 in Guantanamo Bay. Somebody called my wife a bitch, and I punched him straight in his fucking nose.
Straight up, that's what I'm talking about. That's the king thing to do. Loyalty. That's the way it's supposed to fucking work. But I'm gonna tell you what. So this right here, nah. So by the way, like I said, I kind of laughed at this a little. I chuckled because most of the mill Twitter and most of the Twitter drama is some fucking field grade officer sliding in DMs of NCO and NCO spouses, or young women NCOs, or young women LTs, or young yeah. There is, and remember I told you about the groups that I'm in that people don't know that I'm in, that I have access to. I get sent those, and just to bring it up, just to bring up the topic that I fucking see what you're doing, and I, like I said, so when we finally got this, it was like, fuck yeah, let's just fucking this just do it. Let's just drop dimes. Let's just fucking, So expect more of this. There's nothing. I mean, fuck, dude, shit. So that goes back to the comment. That goes back to the comment that I said about some individual who said that his buddy got a death threat because of something that we used to post or something we posted. Well, guess what? Post your fucking receipts. Send us the information, and we'll handle it. We will actually help you out. We will have no problem with that. But if you're gonna sit there, and fucking make flippant accusations that the WTF Nation just allows all this shit. Type the N-word in the fucking chats and see what happens. You're going to get fucking banned. It's all these motherfuckers here that have a lot of fucking talk a lot of shit. I see you on fucking Twitter. I see you on fucking social media and fucking Instagram and all that. WTF Nation this, WTF Nation that. But then, oh my God, I fucking see your ass in what? I see you in my DMs asking for me to amplify something that you want me to fucking do. So pick a side. If this is the Monday edition, I'd be going off on somebody else right now. But
they want the side that's going to benefit them and nobody else.
Right, dude.
That's
it's
what
like,
they want.
Yeah, exactly that. And then again, they go on their fucking performative pontificating bullshit. Well, I wrote a paper about this, and I was to study this and study that. And like I said about the disrespect of combat vets coming back. Well, a combat veteran will say, this is not what happened in Iraq, and this is not what happened in Afghanistan, or this is not what happened in, missions in Africa, and this is this. And immediately, everyone dog piles on the guy who's got probably more fucking experience on their sleeve than anybody else. So again, go ahead.
No, I wanted to kind of mention that whole thing about if we're talking about the WTF Radio Nation or the WTF Moments Nation, the whole audience that you've got out here, I sure as hell wouldn't want to join, a day. I'm the new kid on the block here. I sure as hell don't want to join a racist organization. I want somebody who shares kind of the same values that I do of taking care of veterans and taking care of the military, having each other's backs, having a good laugh at it, a couple punches in the balls, and calling out the bullshit that we wanted to call out the same bullshit while we were in. And when we were in the positions that we were in, we wouldn't allow that same bullshit to occur.
Oh, no.
That's what we're here for. And I wouldn't join an organization unless I believed in the things that they have. And if you guys were racist in one bit, shape, or form, I'd be out of here faster than, a fat kid in dodgeball.
Well, I mean, fat kid in dodgeball deserves to get punched. Oh, I'm just kidding, but I get what you're saying. A couple
red rubber ball.
Yeah, red rubber ball to the face. Yes. Yeah, you got to move, learn. You got to work. Like in the 13th Warrior, grow stronger. So that's what pisses me off. It's like you're exactly that. Now I'm racist. Exactly, I'm racist. Si se puede. Fucking like the administration likes to pander to fucking Latinos, but dude, they fuck it all up. So that's a Monday edition conversation. But so
let's not get to that, Isex.
So we can, like I said, Captain Butthurt, we weren't happy to leave this up, and it's gonna stay up. It would stay up. And you know what? Because of this, because of leaders acting like asses on social media, specifically senior leaders and officers, we have Sergeant TikTok from the 4th Infantry Division. You guys remember her? She was the one that posted that TikTok about how dare her, or how, what was it, that how can I support my country, and pretty much shit talking the oath, which is kind of funny. Is like, it's okay to shit talk the country when it's something that you don't agree with, and you could do some shit oath breaking stuff. Because I was called an oath breaker. Someone called me an oath breaker, and it was classic. It was right before AUSA, and somebody sent me a DM, and somebody sent me a message about a specific individual who called me an oath breaker. And I was told that the individual would possibly be there at AUSA before I became public. So I'm thinking, fuck, man, well, who the fuck is it? What was that? As soon as I get the information, I'm like, oh, no fucking way. I know this fucking dude. I know who's fucking said. And you know what? I know what he did when he was stationed in so-and-so, and blah, blah, blah. So the guy who was talking shit about me had just skeletons in his closet too. Fuck, blah, blah. So there I'm up in the fucking stage, and I said, people call us oath breakers, and I looked it right dead in the fucking eye. I'm fucking eye panning the camera right now. Looked him right dead in the fucking eye and say, yeah, people say we're oath breakers. And I looked him right there because I knew it was fucking him that said it. But yet, when your leaders fuck up on Twitter and your leaders are shitposting against the government, against the former president, and now anybody who says anything gets fucking scrutiny because it's the president that they like, or they're happy that the other president that they didn't like isn't in office, then you're going to fucking shit talk it and then say, oh, no, you got to relieve him. How can I support my oath to the Constitution of a country that treats women like second-class citizens? Oh, man, Dan, there you go. I see a comment right there. I'm reading. Who's reading my script? You're looking over my shoulder, man. And you can see it right fucking there, right? And you see it. And I'm thinking, you know what? I honestly don't have any issues with the way fucking, saying what you got to say and stuff like that. But and having a disagreement, the public affairs community has already clamped down and said that it's okay, which you can kind of see a fucking leaning right there. The public affairs community can only say that, of course, blah 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 blah. But they're gonna let this person fucking just shit talk. So the individual took it down. The individual, matter of fact, let me just hang on. Squindo cap. There you go. So Sergeant Rassen, I can't pronounce her name. I mean, I'm German. I'm half German. I can't even fucking speak it. So
my computer's lagging. I can't see what you got up there, so I'm like 5 seconds behind.
No, you're good. You're good.
I'm waiting for you to post it too.
There we go. There we go. That's okay. And so I toned the delay down a little bit so that way you guys can. It's only a few seconds now as opposed to it used to be 30 seconds a delay. Now it's a little bit, a few seconds. So she even posted, "Can't get rid of me that easily, TikTok." So this is the one that posted the fucking comment, and the one that posted that TikTok video. She also said that she took the video down, and that her chain of command supports her, and all this other shit. I fucking doubt it. Receipts? We got receipts? Anybody got receipts? Anybody see any receipts? I fucking doubt it. But I'm gonna tell you. Hang on. I want to pull this up. Hang on. Let me open this right quick so that way I'm not. I hate TikTok too. It's like. TikTok is like
TikTok is the way that China's collecting all the information out on us.
Right, exactly. So
exactly. So we're feeding the Chinese intelligence people.
Exactly. It's kind of funny how the FCC is talking about how bad China is, and they want to tell the military to do something, and
yet they're going to allow that shit on the biggest collection that Chinese intel has.
Exactly. So she put this on TikTok right here. So I'm gonna post the video in a minute. But that was she can't get rid of me that easily. So it's almost like, oh, okay. So she wants to fucking shitpost, right? She wants to fucking shitpost. Which, hey, don't get me wrong. You want to talk about the stuff. The Army has now set a precedence by saying that she could shit talk like this, and there you go. So right now, and that's a good point. You talk about China and stuff, man, because what better way to shitpost against our country than being on a platform that the enemy uses, right? Fucking A.
In fact, actually, if I'm remembering correctly, isn't the reason why Russia thinks that we have that we hated Trump was because everybody in the media said that they hated Trump and they went off of everything that our media said. Well, we're going off of all that crap and we're going off of all the shit that we really aren't, but the extreme views of the left or the right are the ones that are getting the most voices, and that's influencing what other foreign policies think about us.
Coach, what are you talking about, man? Stop being that's whatever. Here's the thing, and I will dip into a little bit military news. Malcolm Nance, who just got back from Ukraine, grifting on his new fucking book talking about how the GOP is an insurgency and compared members of the Republican Party to Sinn Féin. So
that's where I was getting to, and I didn't know if you were going to bring that up earlier.
Yeah, exactly. No, it was just funny because he talked about that shit, and I'm thinking, so I guess all the Latinos and Black Republicans are Sinn Féin. Are you classifying us as a terrorist organization there, Malcolm Nance? I'll fucking say it. So, anyways, what was I saying? Oh, yeah. So let me post this thing back up here again. So she's like,
the TikTok video.
The TikTok Sergeant, TikTok NCO. Had a talk with my brigade and battalion CSM this afternoon about the viral video debacle. No, you got called out, Sergeant. And you'll all be happy to know they indeed support my voice and opinion. And since the video and uniform was taken down, like they asked, no, you were ordered. No legal action will be taken. So then
it was take it down or legal action will be taken.
Yeah, exactly. It's like you didn't fucking know. Yeah, no CSM or no brigade commander is going to kowtow to old Buck Sergeant and say, "Yes, Sergeant, could you please take it down because it's really like bad and it's debacle. It's a debacle, Sergeant. So can you please take it down?" I'm not saying that the CSMs sound like that, but I just think it's fucking funny how she's.
I've never heard a CSM sound like that. Maybe in the SFAB.
Oh, snap! Maybe in the SFAB. So she writes this video. She's, hey, I don't know if I can play the music, and then internet trolls commenting on my viral vids, thinking my career is going to tank, but now she's packing to leave her new position, scheduling interviews with major news networks, and now has a platform publicity for my voice to be heard. That was a major? Okay. So this right here, me packing to leave my new position, scheduling interviews with major news networks, and has a platform publicity for my voice to be heard. Hey, look, I know people are going to go after me for saying that I'm attacking a Buck Sergeant for all this other shit, but Mill Twitter, you fucking created this monster. You created this clapback too. I don't give a fuck anymore. You want to go up against you still fucking said it. I had to take a video down, but you're fucking breaking your oath. You're breaking your oath is still standing, right? That was a major that sounds like that. A major talks like that. So it wasn't an SFAB, it was a sergeant major. It was a major, I mean. So, again, this whole fucking performative bullshit, scroll on Twitter. I suggest WTF Nation, you're watching us on YouTube or you're watching us on Twitch and the 2 Facebook pages that we have. Get a Twitter account. Follow the WTF Nation and then watch the comments and everything and see how your leaders are talking. So,
in fact, I'm pulling up Twitter right now.
Probably going to get some DMs or probably going to see some, because what they do, check this out. What they do is they don't tag anybody. What they do is they get a screenshot of what you tweeted or what you said, and then they'll fucking like post it on their shit. They call it snitch tagging. Snitch tagging is when someone posts something about you, good or bad, and then one of your followers or a mutual will say, "Oh, I think ICE needs to see this," and they'll tag me underneath it. And then that person gets pissed off. Why'd you snitch tag me? Now I have WTF people coming at me. Blah, blah, blah. So I'm like, fuck it.
Well, at Joe's Sports Bar is where, if you guys want to snitch tag me, go right ahead. I don't have anything on that one, so go get onto mine if you want to do something like that. I'd like to interact with some of you trolls and see how low you guys really want to
they really go low. And what's funny is that a lot of these accounts that are anon, you'll end up finding out that it's somebody in the military who's a leader, and some of these guys are public affairs officers too. I'll be honest with you. Hey, check this out, commanders. You know what? You can actually command your organization. You don't have to listen to a fucking PAO. Or you can actually pull that delegation back from your PAO for shit posting. So with that, we're going to take a break. You got anything? You got to take a break and we'll be right back?
Nah, I'm good, bud.
All right, stand by. We're gonna take a break right quick. And we got hey Morty, we got a little buck here, Morty. So anyways, we'll be right back.
WTF Nation Radio. WTF Nation Radio.
Take it from me, Ice. You can't just float around space not caring about stuff forever.
The voice of U.S. Army. WTF Moments. This is WTF Nation Radio.
Shit in the bag, Pogue.
Nothing feels the same. Let it all be
I am here determined to stop this future atrocity.
This station is now the ultimate power in the universe. I suggest we use it.
The voice of U.S. Army, WTF Moments. This is WTF Nation Radio.
I find your lack of faith disturbing.
Everything stated on WTF Nation Radio is to be considered the opinion of the person that stated it, and not an official representation of WTF Nation Radio or U.S. Army WTF Moments.
Price does not include tax, title, or license. Some assembly required. Each item sold separately. Batteries not included. Objects in mirror are closer than they appear. If conditions persist, contact a physician. Individual results may vary. Keep out of the reach of children. Avoid prolonged exposure to direct sunlight. Keep in a cool, dark place. And
please enjoy the show. Shot.
Discuss about it real quick. Ivana Trump, the ex-wife of Donald Trump, former President Donald Trump, dies at the age of 73. Ivana Trump was the wife of the former President Trump and the mother of 3 of his kids. Has died in New York City. The family announced today. She was 73. So, why did I bring that up? Because I guess in that status of who she was, the former wife or the wife, family, mother of the former president's children. I'm kind of like waiting. I'm waiting for the guys and gals that were shitposting against General Volesky when he made that comment about on the First Lady on her Twitter when she tweeted something out, and then the Army demanded, everyone demanded, outrage, outrage, clutch the pearls, holy shit. When retired Volesky posted something on the First Lady of the U.S., Jill Biden, Dr. Jill Biden, and everyone demanded that he gets retired. Really, everyone was like, "Oh man, all the big, all the re came down." So I wonder if there's going to be some double standard hypocrisy here. Well, I just said it like a double. I just like a double right there. A double. I haven't had a double in a long time. I think I'm gonna get some. Anyways, you never had a double? A good cooked double, not the wonky ass double. I've had some doubles at most In-N-Outs. You're like, God damn, dude, really? Do you give a fuck about the craft?
I've eaten at 3 and I've only had 2 doubles.
So I'm wondering, I'm curious if our favorite friends on Mill Twitter, God, you know what? I've been talking about Mill Twitter a lot so much, I'm going to have a segment. It is derailing from the storyline of what we have for Sergeant's Time and for Monday edition. Mill Twitter keeps coming back. It just keeps coming back into back in the megaphone. I'm just curious to see that the individuals who are shitposting against General Volesky's comment on the First Lady's Twitter are going to be shitposting now because it's a Trump. Because it's Ivana Trump, I'm wondering how many shitposting comments from Mill Twitter, active and individuals who are retired and work for contracted government groups that work for our government that are going to shitpost against this. I would suggest you keep your fucking hands off this shit with asbestos, or if you're going to touch it, you better treat it with asbestos gloves and say, rest in peace. Because
in honor of Jill Biden, I will eat a breakfast burrito for every single one of those tweets that are aforementioned.
I don't think you've eaten a lot, dude. I mean, I was like, dude, I've been trolling. I've been throwing memes up and fucking just going, bro. I'm just like, hell yeah. That's what I'm talking about. You'd leave an opportunity.
Jill Biden loves taco-flavored kisses, by any chance?
Taco. Do you want kisses with taco-flavored kisses? Taco. So Wednesday's Mill Twitter Smackdown. Damn, Gary, you're already like freaking. You're like getting. Gary's getting into this shit because he doesn't like Mill Twitter either. But yeah, it's. I want to see. Since you were so brave to take down a retired general on Twitter, let's see you. What happens when? Are you going to shitpost against Ivana Trump, the former spouse of the former president?
Here, and just so that nobody claims I'm biased, Ivana was a great ex-wife. She was the mother of 3 great children. May God rest her soul. She had the greatest kids that ever walked the face of the earth.
Dude, I am going to stop my D. Treasy impersonation and give that to you. The coach is like spouting it, man. because I usually, I had my attempt at it and everyone laughs. And I always do W and I always do Clinton and stuff like that. And once in a while I'll throw a Trump voice, but damn, dude, damn. Maybe we need to do a skit with you.
I grew up in New Jersey, the greatest state next to New York, and growing up there, Donald Trump, he was right there on the news every night in front of everybody. He was hugging and he was hanging out with the Reverend Al Sharpton. Al Sharpton was a great guy, does not like me anymore. I don't understand why. I'm not racist.
Bro, okay. Well, now the official voice of D. Treasy is now going to be given to Coach. Oh no, everyone likes the Civil War voice that I do. I was just thinking. I was just going to wonder if Mill Twitter in their piousness of and their clutch my pearls for tweeting on the first lady who's not even an elected official. And it was a snarky tweet at that. I would say that now, are you going to have that? Are you going to carry that same professionalism? Remember, yeah, exactly that, Chris. Epstein did not kill himself. Yeah, nobody's allowed to shit talk the Clintons or Democrat. You damn right. Nobody can talk shit about me. That's damn right, Chris. You straight up, I'll bitch smack you. I don't give a shit what you say about me. Anyways, yeah, I want to see. I'm literally hovering on the TL. Remember what I told you about what my job was? I am the information operations individual in charge of all. I will find out. I see it, and as soon as I get a DM, as soon as I get a post, I will do exactly what you did to get General Volesky kicked off of his job. I'll do the same thing. Nobody does Reagan, man. I have to work on that. I have to try that out. Well, I guess.
Well, Ice, I wanted to let you know that this is America, and once we are in America, myself and Nancy,
Oh no! I thought you were talking. I thought you were being like Trump. I thought you were trying to sound like Trump.
I once met Reagan. Reagan came over to Trump Tower when it was open. He was there, him and Nancy. Nancy, right after she got her boobs taken off, they came up to the top of Trump Tower, rode the golden escalator, and took a dump in the golden toilet.
Oh, man. So, yeah. Anybody do as Nixon now? The voices of that, no, we can't do that. So go back to what I was saying. I am looking at the TL.
I am not a crook. See, I can't do Nixon.
Yeah, I can't do it either.
Sorry.
He talks like that or something like that. What was I going to say? I want to see. I want to see if you were so big and bad to shitpost against a retired general against the first lady. Let's see what you got to say about the former spouse of the former president. I'll be more than happy to post that shit because I'll be honest with you, people that I used to talk to, people that I used to fucking, I thought I was friends with, and we don't follow each other anymore on the Twitter. We don't follow anybody on Twitter, and it sucks that the amount of divisiveness that's happened in this country because of that bullshit, especially in the military side. The military has grown more divided within itself, as like I said before, specifically when it comes to, like I said, those that went to combat and are still in, and those that are not. So again, Dad was right. Gen A.
Yeah. I hate to say this, but there is a generation now, Ice, when we came in, there was that same generation, those that were Gulf War veterans and Somali veterans. And they really didn't think, I'm not going to say they didn't think highly of us at the same time, but they sure as hell weren't these absolute douche nuggets that we see in the military right now, that just because of the superiority of it. A lot of the people from that time period, from 94 to 2001, those NCOs that stayed in and stayed throughout that time period were one of the best coaches and mentors that I had. Yeah, we had to worry about stupid Garrison bullshit, but they were some of the best coaches and mentors during that time period. And now that we're out of this and you guys are acting this way about slick sleeve people out there and not coaching and mentor them, you know, and then vice versa, you're not giving the same respect that we gave them, you're creating a more toxic environment than we could have ever created. And that's upon you to get that thing fixed. Come on now.
Coach, they're not going to do that. They're not going to do that. They.
I know I'm the king of wishful thinking.
It's okay. I'm an optimist too. People say that. You're an optimist sometimes. I'm positive. I like to be positive about stuff like that. But I'm also more than happy to call you out. I positively will call you out. I'll be more than happy to. It's just funny to see that stuff. And can anybody do it? No. Jenny is a whore. She got AIDS and died. That sucks. Oh, Jenny. Jenny got karma is what it was. Oh, the way she treated Forrest. So now I guess we could talk about the next story. That was. I so apologize for going on an hour and a half tangent. We were only supposed to talk about that stuff. You got kicked, man.
The word of my wife's passing takes precedence over everything, Ice.
Yeah, former wife. Hang on, let me pull up some screenage, and then Forrest Gump would have been a good recruiter. Yeah. So real quick, just to discuss that, we've got to you guys see the post that we're back on the mold kick. We're back on the issues of mold. And, yeah, I told you, man. I told you, Facebook, man. That's what I'm saying. When people say, WTF Nation will kick you from this, and this, and then they just leave comments up. But no. Look. You got your comment on there? Let me see if I can let me see if I can bring that comment out. Did it kick you, or what did it do? Hang on. Here we go. So I apologize again for having that hour and a half rant, but I just had to do it. I just had to bring it up. And we'll find out what's up with Sergeant Butthurt, or Captain Butthurt in this thing. So the mold, all right? This is what pisses me off. And I tweeted this up. I get on the Twitters. I'm on all platforms. So what I do is I scan all the platforms. Somebody says something on Twitter, and I'll post something. Somebody says something on Instagram, I'll say something. Somebody said on Facebook, I'm everywhere. I'm inevitable. I wish we had Thanos in the army. I wish we had a Sergeant Major of the Army Thanos. So that way he could just do the snap, and then half the army goes away and just do like a fucking. And that, hey, sorry, even the good ones and bad ones all go.
You just described Chandler.
Yeah, exactly. Sergeant of the Army Chandler.
He tried to snap everybody with 670-1.
Yeah, exactly. He screwed that up. So everyone's been talking about the mold shit, and here's the thing that I highlighted as well, is that as an army, for some reason, and as the Defense Department, we just can't fucking multitask. How is it that we could send javelins and HIMARS to fucking our brothers and sisters or our allies fighting in Ukraine against Ivan? I'm all about supporting the fight against Ivan. Fuck Putin. Fuck Putin, fuck Putin, fuck Putin. I'll probably get sucked for saying that. But how do you fucking not multitask? How is it that if we're so, and it's, what's funny? The same individuals, I'll go back to Mill Twitter. The Mill Twitter guys like to talk about large-scale combat operations and like to talk about all these operations and lethality and interoperability stuff. But you know what they can't do? They don't want to talk about their soldiers living in fucking shit barracks that's got mold or housing. So we've received an influx of mold-related issues from the troops, okay? And the barracks, and also some in housing. We're tackling the soldiers in the barracks right now, but we're also doing. But we want to take care of the troops. We want to get the troops on the installations. Those kids, I'm gonna tell you what. A soldier, right? I think the soldier now in the barracks is worse off than the soldiers back when we were in. I mean, I see all these fucking texts of these leaders fucking texting the soldiers in the barracks. I'm like, I never got this fucking amount of drama when I lived in the B's. I never got this fucking shit. I mean, it's just like, what the fuck? So if
sure as hell wasn't over text either. It was face to face if you had to worry about
stuff in the barracks. Exactly. Heather's got a good point too. There's a whole damn garrison for this shit. They have created a command for this shit. So Fort Stewart and Fort Bragg, you're on notice right now. So a few years ago, we really pushed the mold issue in the military housing, and we even had a call-in guest, a call-in guest who testified before Congress. Congress even had, everyone's doing the head nod. Yeah, yes, we need to do something about this mold in the barracks and mold in housing and also this shit. Snoop Dogg. Snoop Dogg. This is a bitch. So a few years back, we pushed the mold in military housing, but it seems like the mold in the barracks continues. We've received numerous issues from Fort Stewart and Fort Bragg, but they have not been the only ones. And of course, we're engaging each installation in this. It seems like once again, the WTF Nation has to engage this issue. We're doing it post by post. So right now, we're looking at Stewart. And we were told DPW mold mitigation team confirmed that it was a safe type and levels of mold before soldiers clean in each room. Let me say this again. Quote, the DPW mold mitigation team confirmed that it was safe types, levels of mold before soldiers clean in their room. And the division surgeon confirmed what PPE is required for the task. So soldiers are required to clean up the mold with PPE, and how should the mold issue be handled with a limited budget and resources? You know how much money we sent to fucking Ukraine and weapons and fucking money? Anyways, should we just limit the barracks and go for BAH for all? Or make barracks apartments that single soldiers should pay rent for? Give us your thoughts. So let me tell you what.
May I chime in?
Well, you can go ahead and chime in, but as you're chiming in, I will post the pictures of what they consider reasonable mold. There we go. Pew! Go for it.
Okay. So, and I'm pretty sure you're aware of this, being on back at Bragg. Let's go a little bit back at Bragg. And yes, I am a barracks baby over there in back at Bragg, and an on-base housing over on Bragg. And I was there when they made the change to the privatized housing, now run by Caribas or whatever the hell it is. Each one of these units that they had in there, the individual tenant was the renter and was the one who was responsible for this mold or anything else that was done inside the house. Now, if we did this with everybody in the barracks and did some type of single room type of renting of the barracks for a prorated rate of BAH, that would be zapped up into the same type of privatized housing that we currently have on every military installation. And you're going to run into a massive issue, especially when it comes down to the DPW going out of it. The DPW would have absolutely zero handling on for it. If we did that thing with the BAH, that would put the emphasis right there on the renter, whom we're saying is the single soldier and is getting the place for free. Does that solve all the problems? No, but there is an argument for it that removal of the mold should be done by the soldier. And I'll be quite honest, a face mask and some bleach is all that's really necessary.
Yeah, bro. But I'll be honest with you. Like, how is it that it gets to this point? Here's my thing. It's that what I don't fucking get is that how is it that other, and here's another thing too. You know how the Army talks about innovation and the innovation task force and innovation of excellence, right? How is it that they don't get innovative people to talk to innovations in mold reduction and mold mitigation? I don't understand why I don't see this an issue in hospitals, or I don't see an issue with this in some of the facilities where humidity factors into the to the conditions of having mold grow. I never understood that. I've lived in Florida before, and if it's something that needs for you to have fixed or whatever, there are simple HVAC and simple mold mitigation that I've seen in buildings in Florida. But then as soon as you go into the barracks or as soon as you go into something where soldiers are living, or a government, matter of fact, for some reason we Matt Damon this shit.
We go to the lowest bidder who has zero breathability inside these areas. You're right. It's there's zero ventilation to mitigate any of this mold from building up, especially when you're living in these close quarters like these soldiers are living in.
And I would like to know is that half the issues when someone says acceptable levels of mold, get the fuck out of here. Okay, these are the same individuals that deny, they want you to believe in this fucking science, but then push another science, which I won't go into, on soldiers about another. And I'll be honest with you, this stuff right here, a lot of the stuff that I had, I'm not, I'm a sergeant. Everybody knows non-commissioned officers. We pick up little things here and there and how to work, and we get experience and stuff like that. Had some issues with, I never see mold at Camp Shelby, and it's in South Mississippi. Exactly. Mm-hmm. But I have gotten tips and tricks from buddies of mine who are HVAC workers and stuff like that, and they given me tips and tricks. And even in my home that I had in Florida, I did not have any mold issues. As a matter of fact, it's when they even said if you don't work on certain things or whatever, just the little things of HVAC, spore mitigation, it's easy to fucking fix, and you won't have any issues through all this other stuff. Because that means there's like, it's almost like, and here it is, it's so many people working on the same fucking aircraft while it's in fucking flight that everyone's food fighting on whose responsibility it is instead of fixing the fucking problem. And the leaders who say nothing little spray paint won't work of, that's what Corvius tells individuals at Fort Bragg. Just paint over it.
Yep.
They tell our troops this shit. Now, we want to know why the army is being shit posted on social media. Why do people shit talk about the army on social media? I'll tell you what's right here. Respiratory issues and stuff like that. Housing's the same way too. We got some pictures of some housing that we're going to throw up there too. But we're on Fort Stewart right now because they were the first PAOs to talk about it. The first. Put some kilts on there. Exactly.
That's exactly what they tell you.
Yeah, they tell you put some kilts on there.
Housing.
Yep, put some kilts on there. Or if it's a drainage for some HVAC, they tell you to run some bleach through there or something like that, or pour it into the. There's a little spigot that you can close off and pour some bleach in there or push it out. I'm like, how about you come out there and just do some fucking HVAC management? Again. In my domicile in Florida, there was never, or you go to some buildings and hospitals, simple fucking shit. It's almost like you want to talk about lowest bidder. As a matter of fact, some of the best shit that we should be doing is paying for some of these troops to stay in their fucking quarters. But I'll be honest with you, let's get rid of fucking barracks. Abolish the barracks. Let's get rid of the barracks. I was talking to somebody about this too, is having some sort of program like a graduating program. So if you're a Joe, single soldier in the barracks, then what you do is, it's not the burn pits that's killing us, it's the fucking mold. What I was suggesting is that the Army have a program. But again, of course, leaders will fuck it up, just like they fuck up SFL TAP, which is a fucking pet peeve of mine. Let soldiers fucking ETS, goddammit. Anyways, is have like an exit program for a soldier. Soldier's going to move into the barracks. There should be some sort of like community outreach thing working with the installation, and they help soldiers because there's some soldiers that never moved out of home before, and that's their first time being away from home. So they could be in the barracks, and they get in the barracks, and they're like, I don't know what to fucking do, and I want to move out, blah, 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 blah. So what you could do is you can have this program, and I'm making this up, by the way. I just kind of like thought this out on my whiteboard. Have a program where the installation has a program to where soldiers can move out of the barracks, and then there you go. That way you say, okay, what do you got? Where do you want to stay? And then have the community, like the Chamber of Commerce or somebody like that, to provide incentives, maybe subsidies for landowners, for fucking landlords, landowners. Fucking yeah, because the Army's the biggest fucking slumlord on the planet. Have have some sort of subsidy program for specific builders or landlords that you will get some money benefit or a tax break if you allow soldiers to stay in the barracks, but it's like to the soldier, it's kind of like transparent. So you go through this program, you get your own place, you get to move in. It's kind of like, it would be like an offset to what the economy would be, so a soldier can get the fuck out of here. So the soldier can get out of the fucking barracks. So that way there's no more barracks. So that way when a soldier shows up and he's installing, okay, blah, 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 just like part of the in-processing. A soldier in-processes with the organization. He gets things set up. Are you live in the barracks? If you don't have any barracks, then you could have a soldier with this army program that, of course, should exist to get that get that squared away, to get that started, to get that initiated. So that way the soldier, it moves into a, do you have a POV? Do you have a car? No. Okay, well, then you can stay in these temporary quarters until you get set up and blah, 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 blah. I mean, there's so many nuances of this shit. Exactly that. We got a comment. YouTube. Go ahead.
It does one thing, though, and unfortunately it won't get past the old crusty leaders. It gets rid of some of their power that they have over and the influence they have over the soldiers. Soldiers that are living in the barracks fall underneath their squad leader, the platoon sergeant, first sergeant, sergeant major, and they have that little bit that they can hold over you as a position of power. Something that they can judge you on about how good of a soldier you're on, and they're not going to want to give that up. And I hate to say it, it is the honest to God's truth. You have some merit in what you're saying, but it's going to come down to the individual. It's going to come down to the crusty senior leadership that doesn't want to give up that one position of power that they have over the soldiers, especially that young soldier.
Oh my God, you're right, because we see that when soldiers just want to ETS. You know, when a commander signs your SFL TAP document, that's it. They belong to that organization. They shouldn't be showing up to your fucking formation. As a matter of fact, they should be just texting you, hey, I made it to TAP, made it to my appointment, made it to, I always did that. I go, fuck it, man, if you were getting the fuck out, get the fuck out of here. I mean, we're revealing some secrets here that of what I used to do when I was a first sergeant. Get out. Oh, you're getting out? Or you got an ACAP? I got an ACAP. Just send me a fucking text. Just send a text.
And I hate to say this, the people that they allow just to send a text to, the senior NCOs, are the ones that, self-tap really isn't really necessary for. It's the ones who need to go to self-tap, who can put those transferable skills better than us retirees that can do that, the soldier getting out on the first term, that need that time period. Instead, you fuck around with them more, and you let the senior NCOs have a damn pass, which makes no damn sense, completely counterintuitive.
Well, I mean, I just an idea. I mean, get some sort of program going for soldiers to get out of the barracks, because obviously when it comes to mold mitigation and when it comes to work orders and stuff like that, having a senior NCO tell you just paint over it, or the housing office just paint over it, isn't going to fucking do a damn bit of good. So something's got to give. Either we completely abolish the barracks and everyone's a grown up, or like we say we want to treat them, or you just fucking leave them. I didn't derail Heather. I just talk about a lot of shit all at once. There's no derailing here. I know what we're talking about. We're talking about mold. Put a work order in. You're right. Exactly that. I'm agreeing with you, Heather. Shit. She's breaking my balls in the chat. You're right. Just use the app, right? Remember that they use the Arma app, and you guys will be good to go. But
and if you don't like that, put it on ice.
Put it on an ice form and see what happens. And then the next thing you know, we don't know why we're living in barracks, but then the soldier reading on social media feed how many billions of dollars we sent to fucking Ukraine. The DOD's talking about, oh, sent HIMARS, we sent this, we sent that. Holy shit, dude. How can we not have had a fucking an equal balance? We can multitask, right? You know, we could jump out of airplanes and then land on a drop zone and have all these little groups of paratroopers doing stuff. Fire artillery, fire HIMARS, conduct, securing a freaking airhead and then having aircraft flying in. We could do that so fucking much.
And we can even land our Humvees, successfully.
Yeah.
Sometimes, out of the same airplane.
But guess what, man? For some reason, we struggle with fucking mold. Heather, bringing up another good point. Let's not talk about the OSHA regulation or the federal regulations when it comes to how much acceptable mold. Could you imagine? Here's with the VA. You know what? You want to impress me, VA? Talk about mold. You want to impress me? I guarantee it. A lot of the soldiers that are having respiratory issues right now, and I'll say this real quick, and effects of the vax, who've gotten sick, It doesn't help. You're not sustaining the force. Now, the comment in the YouTube chats. I'm so glad we got YouTube chats running right now. It's pretty cool.
Wow. I haven't even checked that out yet.
Yeah, I'm looking at it right now. All I'm saying is if there was mold to clean, I'd clean that shit. And yes, there is partial, I will say partial, individual responsibility to this too, of just general maintenance. But again,
well, looking at that picture that you put up there, that was a ceiling tile right next to that wet vent right there.
Oh yeah,
the soldier can't replace that. What is he going to go down to Home Depot and pick up a slab of ceiling tiles so that he can put them up there for the drop ceiling? That's not his.
I think it's kind of funny.
That's the truth.
I think it's kind of funny how the fucking Army makes you get a goddamn license. They make you get a fucking license for a lawnmower and a weed whacker, but they don't fucking. Yep. But then they fucking expect you to be an HVAC specialist. They expect you to fucking to be a contractor and clean up all the mold and shit. But like,
and none of those skills are certified. Just because it's on your driver's license doesn't mean that you're HVAC certified.
We need to put that on our
get an HVAC job.
We need to put that fucking on a 348. Put that on a 348, man. What am I doing? Mold specialist, mold cleaning and HVAC repair.
While you're at it, you might as well get your OSHA 60 and your OSHA 90 classes put on there too.
Yeah, exactly. I was personally involved in this stuff. I went to the online course of. See, I'll put the post back up so you guys can see what we're talking about. There we go. So the Army expects you to get a license on a fucking before you could touch a lawnmower to get a license on it. But just tell you, hey, go ahead, do that HVAC work. Acceptable levels of mold. Acceptable levels of mold. You know what? I think everybody should go on their local installation and go to it's like at Fort Benning, go to the officer housing and stuff like that, and turn off the HVAC. Just walk on over there. Since you like to DM NCO wives and stuff like that. And I'm just kidding. I shouldn't say all of them, but.
You know how many pissed off majors you would have going around? That's not my job to clean up this mold.
Whatever, dude. I'm talking about. Well, we're talking about majors, man. Majors don't have. Majors shouldn't be majoring. Anyways, so yeah, let me post that. Acceptable. These are acceptable limits of time. Heather, we got the pictures too. We're working on Bragg. We're gonna post every installation that responds to us with the mold pictures of the corresponding installation response. So when Fort Bragg responds to us, we're gonna post their pictures. When the guys over in Hawaii return our calls, the ones at Polk, and then the ones at Hood. So yeah, there you go. Officers won't speak out. Because you know why? Because as soon as they're offered a promotion and a new headquarters building, they don't give a shit about the barracks.
And for anybody who is watching out there over in Schofield, I know that the quads are definitely E quad and F quad. When I was down there, those things were moldy, and that was over 10 years ago. So I'm almost definite it's still as bad as it is now, especially those barracks over there by 3rd Brigade's headquarters. Not like I'm signaling something.
Not like you're dropping a hint. Yeah. Freaking Coach is dropping a hint. Coach is, by the way, going to be is going to be the host of the sports bar, the WTF Nation Sports Bar, coming up Sunday. He's going to go through his training program, and then we're going to have a Sunday show, and it's all freaking man. Me and the coach just now we're just on break talking about all the stuff for Formula One, and it's going to be popping. We're going to be talking sports, veteran related stuff, veteran sports programs. And
I got a couple guys who are interested in coming on to the show. A couple of athletes, not only from the Paralympic Games, but from the Invictus Games. I've got a couple of other veteran supporters that are athletes as well, and deal with that are kind of excited about it. But it's definitely excited to talk the world of sports with everybody.
Yeah, I can't wait. Can't wait to have you come on, and then we're working on your co-host, which is going to be pretty cool. Awesome. Yeah, and it'll be fun, man. I can't wait because we'll have a Sunday show. So today is Sergeant's time. tomorrow is, we're going to do MMA as well. Yep, exactly that. We're going to have some guests in the MMA world.
Oh, yes. We
have some individuals from the special operations community, male and female, who've participated in MMA, amateur. Our old friend from the station, Chris Brunetti, MMA fighter, is going to come on to shoot the shit about his experiences too. So we got it all fucking lined the fuck up. It's going to be awesome. We're trying to get Gina Carano on. We're trying to get, we're trying to get, I'm going to tell you what, CQ says he's going to bring bring the hammer down and bring some heavy hitter guests for his show.
Yep.
Coach is going to do the same. So So it's just going to be pretty cool to have that.
Now Ronda is a little bit out of the league, and plus WWE holds all the contracts with them, and you got to go through their PR. There's no way in hell Ronda Rousey would ever be able to do that. Yeah,
there's going to be some. Yeah, there's of course there's going to be some. Some will be retired. Some will be fledgling fighters. Some of it. So yeah, MMA. We talked about what? MMA, boxing,
even pro wrestling.
Pro wrestling,
got a couple guys out there. A friend of mine is Roman Roselle, and if you guys haven't heard about his story, you're definitely going to want to check him out right now. But trying to talk to him as well, and if we really wanted to, I can actually talk to you guys with if you ever watched that movie Mr. Baseball with Tom Selleck. I actually know a guy right now who's over in Japan and is doing a Mr. Baseball right now.
Yeah, we're
get a couple of good people. He was on the 2021 U.S. Olympic team that won silver in baseball.
Yeah.
So we've got some Olympians. We got MLB All Stars. Yep. World Series winners. Oh yeah, we've got a plethora of people that I'd love to have discussions with and talk to you guys about sports with.
Can't wait. What's going on here? Oh, shit.
Oh, and speaking of Tom Selleck, actually, when you come up on Tuesday, I've got a little anecdote for the audience.
Oh, okay. Why are you hitting on Tom Selleck? What's up with that? He's Magnum fucking PI.
He's Police Commissioner Reagan, too, on my favorite show. And when we get to Tuesday, I'll bring that up.
So like I said, so the coach is going to be bringing the sports bar online. And like I said, we just got to get everything set up, and there's some training programs he's got to do, and there's also got to be some, getting his co-host online too. So I'm pretty excited about that because, Flash might come back to shoot the shit once in a while too. So it's going to be all sportsing. So name your major league whatever, and then name all the other ins and outs. That's Sunday. Monday's the Monday edition with myself. And of course, this is summertime, so everyone's kind of like hanging out. That's why Spanky hasn't been on Sergeant's Time. That's why Shipwreck hasn't been on Mondays, is because summertime. It's summer stuff. Do I need a Magnum PI stash? I could grow them. I could grow the Magnum PI stash. I could grow it. People like to say that I can't grow a beard, son. I could grow it.
Do you have his shorts and his Hawaiian shirts too?
What's wrong with that? What's wrong with having shorts like that? And I wore Ranger panties. Yeah, I wore not Ranger panties. He wears UDTs, and he also wears classic slack shorts. So yeah, I could sport that stuff. I don't skip leg day. I could do it. So Monday is going to be the Monday edition with myself and when the guys get back. And then Tuesdays, of course, Pop Culture Warrior with Michael Carrasquillo, also known as CQ, and of course the voice of the unpop cultured Radar. And then
Wednesday. All right. Now that you got to CQ, I got to bring up a nice little thing that happened to me today. So as I am watching Blue Bloods and checking out Facebook on my computer, Trace Adkins comes across the TV, and it's right in the middle of one of those Jimmy Walker commercials, and then another commercial for the reverse mortgage. I think that one had Namath on it, but right there is Trace Adkins saying that for $19 a month you can help wounded warriors get in the care that they deserve
with my honky tonk but dunk. Oh, sorry.
Yeah. and I say this loving because I am a massive supporter and volunteer with Wounded Warrior Project, but I will also state that right there after Trace Adkins is asking me for $19 a month, a familiar voice came over the airwaves, and I look up, and a nice bald-headed Michael Carrasquillo is talking about how Wounded Warrior Project has helped him in his recovery.
You know what?
And doing everything that he's been doing. And it was rather nice to see CQ up there with the Wounded Warrior Project and their national ad campaign. I'm not going to be one to press any individual veteran organization over another, but for $19 a month, Trace Atkins will take your money and give it to warriors that need it.
When I was on my break in late May, I was and I was hanging out, and I came up on the team. I'm like, oh look, there's CQ. So I saw him too. I saw him in my travels as well. You can't escape CQ, man. CQ will be out there, and
and for you guys that are out there, the podcast awards are up on there, and CQ is up again for Entertainment Podcast of the Year and like Podcast of the Year. If you go on the Pop Culture Warrior Facebook page, there is a link to it as well. So give a vote for CQ for the Podcast of the Year and the Entertainment Podcast of the Year.
That's right. We're gonna share it again. I think what we'll do is when does it close? I can't remember when the. I'm going to find out when it fucking closes, so that way we can fucking make sure that he gets it on there, because we've been getting so as a matter of fact, some of his previous guests, some of the big celebrities have been pimping it out too, and he's been it's pretty cool to see some of the stuff that I used to when I was a kid, and I saw the T-1000 shooting the shit out of Arnold and taking fire and all this other stuff. I would never thought that he would be on WTF Nation Radio shooting the shit with CQ and then prop CQ. On his own. It's just like, it's good shit. That's what it's all about. 3 years ago, Holly says 3 years ago today, Americans were planning to raid Area 51. So, you know what? Wait, wasn't that? When was that? Yeah. Shut up there, Stankus. Hang on there for a sec. We're not done yet. Anyways, Stankus.
I thought I screwed up.
Yeah,
I was like, what in the hell did happen there?
Stankus is in the background listening to all this shit. It's not a tumor. This is what I'm telling you right now.
July 31st for CQ's thing for the podcast.
Right. Okay. So yeah, towards the closing of the event, probably like the last week of it, we're gonna do a big push of it. So probably starting like the 20th of July. Or maybe the 23rd of July, we'll start pushing a daily push to get CQ's nomination up for the podcast award. Also,
links in the comments on both of the pages. Too.
Also, I think what was it? Who was it? We had a digital rollout of a movie, and that digital rollout of the movie was called Point Blank, and it was a movie that's with one of our guests, Adam Simon, and Joe Lynch, the director of Lynch. They and Netflix. We partnered with Netflix, and we had a awesome digital rollout. It was one of those. I thought was one of those. It was pretty cool. It was unique. I know people at Netflix were kind of like, what is this talk? What are you talking about doing a digital rollout? And what do you mean? And the digital rollout basically was, it was Adam Simon and the cast of Point Blank, and he was bringing the members of the cast onto the mic, and so I just want to say congratulations. I couldn't believe that this anniversary just happened. It was like June 12th, and they came on Sergeant's Time, July 12th. I'm sorry, when they came on, and it was released on 2019. On July 12th, and they came on Sergeant's Time to shoot the shit with us. Adam's, shout out to Joe Lynch and Adam Simon and the cast of Point Blank, Frank Grillo, Anthony Mackie, Marcia Gay Harden, Tayona Paris, Boris MacGyver, Christian Cook, and Marquise Moore. So congratulations on that anniversary. Couldn't believe that we'd done that long time ago. That was when we were starting to break into the pop culture realm. I think I got dibs though on the next one. I think when they come back, I think I'm gonna send them over to CQ's way, so that way we can shoot the shit. So congrats to Adam Simon and Joe Lynch for coming on. And I think so let's just continue. I'm sorry, I digress. So we talk about CQ, and then Wednesday. We're getting something together for Wednesday, but man, schedules and shit. People will try to get that Wednesday show up. Once we get it out, we'll get it squared away. You guys already know TZ. She was with me. She co-hosted a little bit. So now once her schedule gets settled down, she's going to be the co-host for the Smoke Pit, which is going to be on a Wednesday show. And then, of course, Sarge's Time with myself and Spanky. Spanky's taking a break. And in Friday Night Freedom with Kaz and Pooks, all about freedom and Friday Night Freedom stuff. More stories gauged to America. And, of course, their Florida Man segment is freaking hilarious. And every time I'm on air, since I started WTF Nation Radio, at first I thought this dude was fucking annoying, but then realizing his intent, it was a great time. Even to the point where we made him his own stinger, his own little comment. The first person to receive me pretty good was Stankus. Oh, Stanky. So, Stanky, what's up, man?
Man, what is going on? Okay, so first things first. Being old school doesn't necessarily mean like, hey, man, I'm fucking coronated, So, So we go right back. Yeah. So, but anyway, man, what an epic last 10 minutes, dude, bro. I mean, you nailed it, Man, I'm just... I totally had another.
Are you
totally had another?
Hang on, are you speechless there, Stankus?
No, I have not been drinking.
But
I have not been drinking paint thinner.
Are you
drinking vodka?
Have we?
Not paint thinner.
So have we stanked you, Stankus? Did you get stanked?
I have in fact stanked myself. Because I was the last 10 minutes of your conversation there with your man. I just got to basically say that thank you so much for reaching out and nailing the pop culture aspect of what we need to do here. To get our message across the board. Now look, you and I can easily devolve into killing Ivan.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm a cold warrior. You're a cold warrior.
Yeah.
It's fucking easy, No one seems to get it.
Nope.
But I won't say no one, but Hey man, I was watching videos of F-106 nuking Ivan. Okay,
bro, you okay?
F-106,
So get.
It's like a Delta Dart.
Okay, we're like 5 minutes out, Stankus. So what you got?
Yeah, nothing much, man. But anyway, you guys are doing great, man.
Hey, Stank, please allow me.
Muddy the waters here.
Stank, please allow me to introduce myself, buddy. How you doing? Oh, I guess you just did. Yeah.
I'm doing great, sir.
Good, man. Good. I feel honored to be stanked. I actually do remember when you would comment on there. I do remember you, buddy. The new guy here. I kind of going back in history for everybody. So nice to meet your acquaintance, bud.
It is nice to make yours, and thank you for that very gentle interlude. Because usually, my mouth is full of crap. But thank you so much for that. But I've actually watching both of you and I go back and forth, and I really appreciated the back and forth. So,
all right, brother, man,
you guys are nailing it.
Love it. All right, you good? Oh,
I guess he's good.
I am good, brother. And I will leave it at this. I could go on and on, but it's not going to really help our situation much. But nonetheless, guys, hey, y'all keep doing what you're doing. I'm a big fan, obviously. I will tell you. And as I always end these things, keep the rubber side down, yo.
All right, brother. Axe beats the stone. Sorrents. All right, we just got stanked. All right, guys. You got stanked. Don't forget that we have a show, again, starts. We'd like to get it, like I said, today I had a little bit of a delay because I had to get the little one fed. And thanks, guys, again for hanging out. And then, if you guys need anything, let us know. Always contact at WTFNationRadio.com. We've been getting, zucked up. We got a lot of people trying to tag chase and ride our coattails on some of the media that we've been posting on WTF Moments and WTF Nation Radio, which is kind of fucked up because it's not your content. I've even had strikes against my voice because somebody said that I was somebody else, which
Radio, which is kind of fucked up because it's not your content. I've even had strikes against my voice because somebody said that I was somebody else.
Oh my God.
Is that Stank?
Is that Stank?
Is that maybe? I think Stank's still.
All right, hang on. I was like, wait a minute, who the fuck is this? Are you mocking me, punk? You piece of shit. Who the fuck are you? Who's on my mic? It's me. There you go. So, anyways, what'd I say? Oh yeah, so I had a strike on my voice. It was like literally just freaking. It just got whoa. I was like, it's like whatever. Banned in 77 countries because they don't like the content that we post out. But we always fight it and we always get bumped. But anyways, contact at WTFNationRadio.com. If you got music, and there's only a couple bands that have done this, Bayou Bandits being one of them. 1 Degree. We've only had, assuming we survive. We've had these bands reach out to us. You got some MP3s or something like that. It's got to be good, man. It's got to be good. So most of this entertainment that you hear, this has been played for like years. We need some new material. Some of these bands that we have are veteran bands too, as well. So Bayou Bandits as well, and we're glad for their success. They've even done live concerts for us. And so again, contact at WTFNationRadio.com. If you are if you got some music, it doesn't matter. We'll listen to it. Some people doesn't have their own preference, but some of the music that I like to listen to, it varies, so it doesn't matter. And then if you're somebody who's out there that's like an influencer or wants to, hey, I saw you on WTF Nation Radio. How can I get on there? Contact at WTFNationRadio.com. So that way you can get on. Check out WTFNationRadio.com if you want to see all of our shit. I'm scheduled to be. I don't know if I should announce it. There's a plan to have me on a different language podcast, 2 of them, and so it's going to be pretty funny to hear me. To people like, oh my God, who's that? Hopefully, if it works.
Are they going to dub you, or are you going to speak this other language?
I'm going to speak the language. I'm going to speak their language, so it's going to be pretty funny. It's going to be like, what the fuck is this? Who's this? Hopefully, I can pull it off, and hopefully, it works out pretty good. If it's scheduled, it's scheduled. If it's not, then it's whatever. It's just something that was in discussion. 2 of them, one in German, one in Spanish. So I can't wait to see what that one's going to be like. I gotta open up my books and get back into studying. I haven't spoken in some of my home languages since, because I have family members that have passed that no longer speak those languages, but I still have it in my family. So it's kind of like, ugh, scheisse. That's what happens.
When the sports bar premieres, nothing but English will be spoken on the show.
Si, c'est poide. All right, thanks.
Let's see if I can get the Trump voice banned in 77
Yeah, exactly.
countries.
We'll freaking yeah, exactly. We'll get the Trump voice banned because people are gonna be like, wait a minute, what the hell is this? Why is Trump why is he on WTF Nation Radio? But anywho, make sure you share, like, and follow. We're on 2 Facebook pages: U.S. Army WTF Moments, WTF Nation Radio, on YouTube at WTF Nation Radio, on Twitch at WTF Nation Radio, and of course, some of you are listening to us on Twitter because I can see little people in there. Like, I'm seeing screenshots and group chats. Oh, that's so funny. Anyways, Viva la narcissist. That's right, Heath. That's right. One day my story will be told, but not now. Y'all have a good day. Thanks for tuning in. And once again, Coach, thanks for joining me, brother.
Thank you very much.
All
Shots.
Right. Shots. Y'all have a good night. See you.
Hey, this is SEAC retired John Wayne Troxel. You're listening to WTF Nation Radio, the station of choice for all of the badass MFers on the planet.
The voice of U.S. Army, WTF Moments. This is WTF Nation Radio.
Hungry for another taste. You stumble around the time you waste, and your table's overturned. Sooner or later you crash, then you burn. Are you gonna be with me? I think I wanna die tomorrow, 'cause I'm out of time and I'm out of my mind. The simple ways come and go. Still I love the way you turn me on. But I just can't find the words, 'cause everything I say sounds so absurd. I think I wanna die tomorrow. Tired of being with me. I think I wanna die tomorrow, 'cause I'm out of time and I'm out of my mind. But it's so embarrassing. It's so embarrassing. And it's so embarrassing that I can't let go. I think I wanna live tomorrow. So will you come and breathe with me? Think I wanna live tomorrow. I'm tired of being with me. Think I wanna live tomorrow, 'cause I'm out of time and I'm out of my mind. I don't care what you say, I don't care what you need, I don't care about my heart, just instead of watching bleed. I don't wish upon a star, 'cause I don't care who you are, 'cause I'm out of time and I'm out of my mind. You can't save me if I can't save me, and you won't follow if I keep falling in, and you won't listen to what I'm saying, 'cause I'm so broken.
Everything stated on WTF Nation Radio is to be considered the opinion of the person that stated it, and not an official representation of WTF Nation Radio or U.S. Army WTF Moments.
Price does not include tax, title, or license. Some assembly required. Each item sold separately. Batteries not included. Objects in mirror are closer than they appear. If conditions persist, contact a physician. Individual results may vary. Keep out of the reach of children. Avoid prolonged exposure to direct sunlight. Keep in a cool, dark place. And
Please enjoy the show. Shots.
батько.
Я молодший брат.
Я водій маршрутки. Я скоро одружуся. Я фанат Шахтера.
Начальник отдела продаж.
Я прораб.
Я программист. Я свидетель на свадьбе.
Дядя Юра, таксист.
Я вчитель фізкультури.
Я студент-геолог.
У мене своя фірма.
Я кращий друг зі школи.
Я сусід, який завжди стукає по батареї.
Я єдиний син.